Hello everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yeah, we're just gonna get into it today. I'm still kind of tired and waking up, so probably not gonna be as animated in the downtimes. Like I saw a girl and I 100% thought that said Siri and I was like, what? Because you know the G, they don't really, from a distance, have like their words very like well bolded and easily distinguishable. Well, their letters Englishly easily distinguishable from each other, and so girl could very well look like Siri. Although I get that L would be shorter to be a lowercase I, but I mean at first glance it still looks like an I, like an L and a capital I, unless you have the lines above and below the I. They're no different, and it really bothers me when people make their I's just like a capital, well, just like a lowercase L. Their capital I's like a lowercase L, and just pay no mind to it. I'm like, bro, either make that chat cursive so it actually looks kind of different, or just add on the lines. Like, it's not that difficult. Oh, also, I'm level 48 now. Okay, so I'm wearing. Wait, hold up. I thought I had an extra pair. Alright, I guess not. I'm wearing these weird, kind of weird looking boots. Because they I did a lot of. Okay, so I was switching around my armor stuff so I could put the Knight's Tourney armor on the rack and then have on other armor. And then so I put on these and then I took my Grandmaster Witcher gear back because originally I was wearing like the boots and trousers or something, or like the gloves and boots. Yeah, I think I was wearing like the gloves and the boots. And then I bought these things and they look kind of weird, but they actually kind of match. So I don't know how to feel about them. And then eventually I'll be putting on my Grandmaster Wolf armor. Oh yeah, that's right. We got another side quest to do before we get to that. Totally forgot. I actually didn't even know it was a thing. I was randomly going around on the map and ended up stumbling across it. I don't even remember where it is. I think it's actually down here somewhere. And they've made it such a weird color, so it doesn't stand out a whole lot on the map. What is this? What does this thing do? Oh, okay, there it is. Oops. I'm trying to do all that. Alright, like, how is that supposed to be easy to see whatsoever? Like, literally, now that I've seen it, yeah, I can see it. But, like, do you see how easily that kind of just blends in with the shape of that building? That could easily just be, like, a back corner of that building. And the dot on the exclamation point just, like, a little bit sticking out from here. Like, if you're zoomed out like that, you see what I mean? And they got the words right over the top of the quest, too. So, like, that's not easy, really, for anyone to see. But yeah, we're gonna make our way back there. Actually, I totally forgot that was the thing. I was sort of just fast traveled over there. I'm trying to get into like a nice clearing before I call Roach. Because I don't want Roach stumbling past people and through this vineyard and everything.
After our necks in work, yet they had to drink themselves sick.
Okay, that might not be plausible. Of course you can just run straight through the roads like that. Also, the notification was just now sent out that I started broadcasting. When you already know that we've been going for like 5 minutes at this point. See, I hate that because sometimes it'll go straight away, and then other times it takes a minute. I don't know. Should I go? I guess I should go this way. Oh, well, I can't. Can't gallop anymore. So I'm close enough to the city that we're at that point.
Oh,
Oh, I got a new marker. Cool.
nothing special.
I won't go. I see.
You know what? I'll find my own way there eventually. That's normally how this works out. Yeah, it's a lot easier than trying to decipher what the heck this game wants me to do all the time. Because it'll just have you running around anywhere and everywhere. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times when it's pretty straightforward. That almost killed me. But there are also times where it's just extremely dumb. Let's say Le
Relics
Papillon.
of Forhorn. So content to see you. Le Papillon Troubadour.
Hmm.
Remember?
Hey there. You know what? The whole Ravix thing, only ever a joke. Call me Geralt, please.
Geralt of Rivia? Naturally. How did it ever escape me? You must know, I'm a devoted fan
Thanks.
of Master Dandelion. I know the bards, every ballad in this cycle about the Witcher. Oh, I cannot believe my luck.
Need something? From me?
Indeed, a matter most magnificent. My coiffeur, Jean-Louis Lotovic, has gone missing. Now, you shall rescue him while I compose an epic ballad about it. Listen, fair folk, to a glorious tale of a missing friseur and a widowhood prevailed.
What happened exactly? Claim the hairdresser's
There we go,
missing. But are you sure?
Dandelion Part 2.
Yes, yes. I've no doubt something's transpired. Something terrible, absurd. Jean-Louis is never late to work. He's punctual to a fault. I'm certainly honored if I am the one to sing of his dramatic rescue.
Who's gonna pay me to find this barber?
I will. Such opportunities come knocking rarely. But you must take me with you, for I
Take
must
me with you.
transcribe all that occurs as it happens.
Fine, but unusual as contracts go. It'll cost you more.
Naturally. To be expected.
Alright, let's see if we can get even a 145
Yes,
out.
by all means, as you wish.
Okay, that's not even. I was gonna go to 150, but
Fine,
I was
see
like,
what I
you
can
know
learn.
what? That's
Now, if
probably
you have to
pushing.
come with me, just one request. Stay out of the way. Mine and my swords.
Of course. You shan't even notice me. Jean-Louis' studio is just there. Right here. Ah!
What's the matter?
I've hit upon the perfect ending. And all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Thought this was about a witcher and a coiffeur. What's the Duchess got to do with it?
Her grace can be as fickle as the colt she rides. Today, all remember my fine couplets at the tourney. Yet tomorrow, her illustriousness bought by her breakfast might demand a new epic poem. One must grab at opportunity before it flits away. Well then, where shall we start?
At the door, by breaking it down.
Ooh, a little bit of art time.
And lo and behold, I see better.
Okay, they're telling me this like I don't know how to use art to break stuff down by now.
Don't hurt me.
Scissors
Let's
are
go
completely dull.
inside.
No way you could use these to cut hair. Empty pomade jar. Strong floral fragrance. Very strong.
That's Jean-Louis' special floral elixir. A recipe is a jealously guarded secret.
Why are you yelling
Looks like
from
your
right
mass jar is
there?
empty too.
Standing right in the same room as me, yelling all the way over to me.
There for the taking, but I
Hey, if it's not in red, I don't feel like picking it up.
This jar's empty too. Lock's untouched. No attempted forced entry.
Le Papillon, you lucky scoundrel.
What are you doing? Leave the man's stuff alone. Get out of here.
The coiffeur's log. A manicure, curling, Centrian pendulum, Rivian ponytail, raftsman's due. Long out of style in Novigrad. His appointments. Last one was a certain Lady La Pompadour. Know her?
Yes, a dear old bird. Jean-Louis done her hair for a decade. Completely harmless.
Sketch here. Looks like a map. This mean anything to you?
I may understand where it points, but if so, there's not there. Just fields and meadows.
Think I understand.
As do I. Perhaps. Around he looked, yet all was quite proper. I see razors, pomades, but no blasted hair chopper.
Mind being quiet for a minute? Think I might know what happened to the hairdresser. No evidence of a break-in, no signs of a struggle. To my mind, he just went out to find ingredients for his pomade. Looks like he ran out of pomade.
Yes, indeed. He'd have gone into the meadows beyond the city to gather flower petals for it. Trolls must have devoured him. Or a cyclops. Splendid either way.
Think you could find the place using his map?
Naturally.
Lead the way then.
Oh, here we go. Wait, where is he? Oh. When did he get over there? I was about to say, am I not following him? Like, why is he moving like that?
Shaylee got shone in its eyes, your glow, sent marking times like curtaisical flow.
I do appreciate how most characters will move at your pace.
Beyond walls by vines entwined, into the unknown the poor barber to find.
Gotta do that the whole way.
Bidding them farewell, the gravestones must covered. They strode
should be used to this.
on by doubts unencumbered. Behold the location from the map.
Behold, the
Damn,
mighty
get
grizzly.
back.
Oh my.
Save me, Witcher!
Come on, Aaron. Hey, let's get it. Ow. Wait, stop. I was joking.
Damn, Dorothy.
Anything else? Nope. Cool. Ew, what did its neck just... Whoa. My god. Okay. Le Papillon?
What beast was that?
An Archispore.
Might there be more nearby?
Who knows?
Ah, we Gucci.
And your sharpened senses, what do they say?
That you'd rather turn and run.
Oh, a primo, Jim. Let us continue onward. I know you'll stand in my defense. You will you not? On to the second point on the map. The witch's blade flashed,
Okay.
spouted and poured,
Oh, here we go.
covering all about in
Are you good?
No piece of the stylist fell from its bowels. The friseur had been nabbed by aught else most foul. There! Jean-Louis' basket! I'd recognize it anywhere. He was here. We can be certain now.
A basket of flower petals. Same smell as the pomade.
Hmm.
Oh! Here! This looks just like a clue.
No. What? No.
A clue! I think I found
Okay, I need him to shut up.
No.
Grass is trampled. Multiple sets of footprints. A little blood. Seems you were right. He ran into trouble.
Phew! What luck! I just hope it's not Cyclopes. Hard-pressed to find a rhyme for that.
Cyclops, Biclops, Triclops. There you go.
So, on his trail yet, are you?
High hops. Tank top. Raindrop. Drop top. Cyclops. Oh, here we go.
Ground's made of rock. Trail's gone cold. Wandered deeper into the cave.
My,
Alright, before we go forward, I'm gonna save just in case anything goes wrong.
not so dark as to brought one to fear.
Fear uninspiring. No rhymes at the ready.
Fear, leer, deer, beer, seer, cheer, ear, ear, clear, steer, weir.
Pure poppycock, you beard mangler! The latest rage in some bomb-botched cove here. We're in Nilfgaard, you bung munch!
What did he do to you?
What did he do? He quaffed.
Chandelier.
Gave me a duck's ass, an ape drape, a beaver battle. I don't even know. So ashamed I couldn't attend the tourney. I'd have proved my valor. Mamma Vivian that I bring my prize. Then this scallywag with his talk of the rage missed my chance by the hair on my head.
Got him back good from what I can see.
That is but the start. I've not yet decided if I shouldn't snip off something more.
Doesn't seem terribly chivalrous. What about honor? Your oath on the peacock? All that.
I do vow on the noble bird I shall gut you if you do not skedaddle. On guard! Stand and fight! I challenge thee! And you boys dare not intervene! By golly, by gum, this will be chivalrous!
Listen,
Alright, here
children,
we go.
a story you shall hear of a witcher who walloped a rogue knight's steady hair.
I shall slaughter that shit stylist out of my way!
Never fear! I'm noting it all town!
Easy shmoney.
That was good! Do it again! It's grown rather late. I believe we'll be on our way.
Le Papillon, le Beholder's wounds. You saved me at the last second.
You're welcome. Jean-Louis Ludovic, I presume. Let's get out of here before he...
Quiet, both of you! I've got it!
They froze in their fear, the knight's henchmen and squires, while his bowels set loose, heavenward spiraled. The witcher cleft him in two lacerated, his neck swing a swine adroitly castrated. With one more caress from the witcher's blade, the knight's guts popped out, his breakfast betrayed. They hobbled a pace on his stump arms like crutches, all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Think you got confused. Sure you saw all that?
Forgive me, Witcher, but poetry's hardly your forte. In fact, you know squat.
Oh.
Today's audiences demand high drama, and I provided it.
What about my pay?
I've decided you should receive a reasonable share of the royalties. Payable, let us say, semi-annually?
I will beat your ass
Me
semi-annually.
you
Give him
broke
my...
just now.
Come on.
I owe you 1,000 thanks, Master Witcher. I'll gladly pay your reward. Not to mention trimming you when you see the need that come by.
Thanks. Take care now.
Hey, give me 5 extra crowns. Cool. So I still got that 150 on it. Alright, cool. Now let's make our way out of this cave. Lest the monsters misbehave. Okay, le cage au faux. Au faux? I don't know exactly. Alright, so yeah. Horsey Rochi. Let's go.
Move it!
Belgard Vineyard.
Now where'd you get them catty feelers?
What'd you just say? Oh, we'll find boys.
Lost your nerve?
Alright, easy shmoney. Alright, we're good, Roach. Find way into the crypt. Let's save before I drop down on this, because I don't think it's that deep, but it could be. Never know. Oh, wow, cool. Oh, oh! Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Kiki Moors.
Yeah, yeet. Come on, give me more. Feed my blade. Or you little baguettes I can kill, the stronger it gets.
Some stench.
Okay, why is everything you say something about a stench? Stench. Stinks in here. Ugh. You smell bad. Excuse me. Ooh, things and stuff and stuff and things. I'm so glad that we're finally back on the main quest. It's been at least a week since I was doing
How much more cliche can you get?
actual quest stuff in this game.
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Alrighty
Come
then.
on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those
Jesus
pieces were
Christ, I'm
hands.
so sorry about that.
And with the
Don't know why
ring
my
seemed
volume
the
is
odd
up.
one out. Perhaps I had taken an interest in it.
Oh, I could do things in the background while the cutscenes are going on. It looks too big to be the other guy's hand, though. I mean, unless it is.
It's Detlef's hand.
Oh,
without
never
doubt.
mind.
It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests, guests who owe their hosts, meaning new humans and other races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food.
Precisely. And the reason why I interrogated
Telling it how it is.
to remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kobinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kobinarius never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details,
Always is.
it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kobinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Oh,
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both higher vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
alright, go for it.
Kobinarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Alright, you do what you need to.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend.
Can I learn how to
It will
control
take them
ravens?
some
That'd be
time
dope. I haven't
nonetheless.
had a
So,
raven since
perhaps
Darksiders
you'd
2.
care for a snifter of mandrake.
Sure. Why
Rarely
not?
say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everything! No, I'm kidding.
Guess you missed my point, Regis. I was glad to hear it's not the hooch, because I don't want to talk about what I don't want to talk about.
Oh, I understood you far better than you think. Allow me to reveal a secret. My mandrake distillate possesses no particular tongue-loosening powers. Those who drink it and talk simply have burdens they wish to lift off their shoulders. The hooch is but a convenient excuse, a cover that justifies their sudden candidness to themselves.
All right, you first. Any burdens you want to unload? Vampires lead highly interesting lives. Bet you've got some good secrets.
Anything in particular interest you?
Oh, Lord.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then.
Not quite yet.
Yeah. But we parted again soon after.
Oh, well, yeah.
And when the time was ripe, she came
About a
back.
minute now.
Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Sounds terrifying.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh. Experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Alright, let's go with the next one.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Alright, one more.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detlef recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible.
wet smear.
As my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit. but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard.
Okay, how long has this man been a vampire? Because he speaks like he's been a vampire for like hundreds of years.
We can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would
Who
you
else
choose
asked
to
him
be
that?
a witcher?
I'm gonna say prefer to be someone else. Just because it's more interesting.
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that'd earn me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Sometime later.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Hopefully not.
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived, entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Okay, you know anything else about this white?
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons.
Spare me the skeptical
Were they playing
smile, I'm but
spoons?
the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Alright, let's go.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Okay, so we got some salivary glands to get, I suppose. Oh man, that is way over there. Holy crap, where? How far did this crow go? Well, at least we got this right here. Oh, it's... Jeez. I mean, I guess I can travel here. That's probably a little bit closer. Or there. I don't know, I mean, I guess this is kind of just a straight shot down. But this will take me past whatever that marker is, so it'd probably be best to go this way. So yeah, let's just do that then. Let's see, where are they? Necrophages, maybe? Perhaps Spectre. No, not a Spectre. Let's check a Necrophage. Oh yeah, spotted whites. Weak to Igni, Yrden, and Necrophage oil. Alright, good to know. And we are off. Off to see the wizard. Alright, and we're just headed straight over there. Sorry, I'm also still doing stuff in my other game. Yo, Rochi! Al Rochino. What are you doing, you little weirdo? Not the boy. Actually, for once I meant Roach. Hope he wasn't talking to me. Ah, come on, Roach, what are you doing? Oh, I guess that wasn't the worst way to go.
Come on.
Okay, never mind, it definitely was. Alright, just stay on that path right there. I don't understand why they have to have so many branching roads like that just for absolutely no reason. Roach, why are you like this? Why is it so hard for you to just follow a trail?
Not so fast, Roach.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Oh,
That's it, Roach.
Boy. I didn't even move and then he just turned. Okay. Full attention back in The Witcher. Let's go. Oh, Guarded treasure. Cool. Let's get it. Where are you going? Crap, you run my charge. Whoa. Come on, dude. Stop. Trying to friggin' move.
Time to end this.
Boys are hella annoying. What's that one doing? Yo, what's poppin'? Get over here. Where are you going? You stupid idiot. Oh, it says made it pure gold. Never mind, I would have taken that too. Fair. Is that it? I think that was it. Well, at least it's the AM, so I got plenty of time to heal. I meant passively. Geralt, can you please?
Bar guests. Never a good omen.
Alright, that's taken care of now.
Regis' raven wasn't lying. Spoons all over the place.
Oh no.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
I thought he was just standing there
Sounds
talking
like
to
a
himself.
curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Yeah, I don't actually feel like reading this. If anyone else does, I'll scroll through it slowly. Give you ample chances to pause, read it yourself. Alright, cool. There you go.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
I hate how that just moved.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Oh, there's a whole nother side.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Oh, wow.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
Okay, I'm just finding spoons here, aren't I?
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Romantic.
Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy.
Probably one of these big ass spoons. Alright, yeah, that's a lot. I'm not scrolling through all that. Everybody gets one. Girl, can you please move? I'm already sick of searching through this place. What is this? A spoon key.
Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
This certifies the item of function and spoon key function belongs to Smeagol. Okay, is that a part of the quest I'm doing right now, or just something else entirely? That's a treasure hunt. Let's get back to what we were doing.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Oh, do I just have to look at every single spoon in here? Oh, it goes downstairs.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Oh, it has wine. How quaint. Oh, and another spoon.
Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Okay, the Ginyosaji would just have a
Something I was looking for.
paradisical
White's
time
not
down here.
particularly tidy.
Alright, we'll come back to that in a second. I want to see what's back here. Kind of nervous to look, honestly. Anyone else hearing noises?
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Alright, you know what? We're gonna go back and see what that one thing was. Tear into the cauldron.
Table set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. White's obsessed, a real collector, thoroughbred.
Dwarven whetstone. I picked up a few armor pieces. Let's look at it. Wow, and all of it's treesh, except for that. Alright, did I recently pick that up? I thought that was something I already had. Never mind, I don't know.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Under the table. Hide on the ceiling, it'll never expect that. Oh, that's nasty.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. is right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Okay, I'm gonna look this up right quick because I don't want to do the wrong thing. I'm thinking let's eat not using spoons. What the heck? I think it's kind of funny that we're just sitting here looking at each other. Okay, so
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
I can't believe Geralt just drank that stuff.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness. Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
What does it mean below it ran up? Did it not? Yeah, can these things not attack so stupid fast? Like, can this white fly or something? Like, what the heck? Not done yet. Ran all the way over here.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
You cursed a little old
I'll
lady.
take you someplace safe.
Then I'm gonna have to travel all the way back out here again.
that?
Excuse me.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
I want to take a look at these right quick. Ah, okay. I'm gonna wear these simply because they match and it feels better. And then we're gonna put those on there for the time being. You can't really see it, but I'll go out and buy another pair of Tucson night boots or something. And then I already know this Tucson night armor is better than that other armor. So yeah, that's just gonna be how that is for now. And I'll stash my Grandmaster stuff again. Actually kind of worked out coming here. And then I'm gonna need to sell that other stuff. Alright, now I just gotta make it all the way back out there again. Easy peasy. Okay, sorry. Malicious long cemetery. Am I missing something? Okay, they made it seem like he was standing right next to me. Oh, am I supposed to be turning here? Bro, Geralt, can you just... What is this? Alright, that's definitely not the case. There's literally nothing there, dude. I swear the waypoints in this game are so dumb sometimes. Why do they put stuff around you that you can't actually loot?
Nahal in his eye. Ought to use it. Interesting.
Oh, look at that. Cool. Don't care. Give me sword. Alright, it's pretty weak, but it's another relic, so I'm keeping it. Any and all relics. That's what we do. Wait, is that the full thing now? Oh, would you look at that? I just want to put it on and see what it looks like. I don't actually want to wear it. Not the worst looking armor. Alrighty then. Let's see what's over here. Oh, okay, I had to come out here. See, sometimes if you're just in the wrong position, it's not specific whatsoever about whether you need to be somewhere above or below you.
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. Raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Send your spies after me?
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed to follow along. Thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but, alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. That stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber.
Oh.
Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha Mudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
Alright, here we go.
Lead.
Here we go. Oh.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I
Okay.
told you there'd be danger.
Oh, Scurvor, my favorite.
Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time.
An ancient
Nothing
vampire
quite like
funyun.
this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
That new sign.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, vampire hideout, fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Ooh.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
I don't like all that creaking and croaking. So it's a relic set. How unique. I don't think I've seen very many of any relic sets before.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Stop.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham, my tribe, and Deadlove's. We both remained in this part of the world.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Dead, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Oh.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciating, so this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham, my tribe,
Oh,
and
never mind.
Deadlove's.
That's simple.
We both remained in this part of the world.
Whose is this glyph?
Amarun. They ventured beyond the sea.
Okie dokie.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Dead, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Okay, why does it still have them highlighted? I thought that was the same thing. Ooh, orange and florins. Oh, I think that's the whole set. Let's throw it on. Alright, what does that say? Killing opponents restores vitality. The amount of vitality restored equals 1% of maximum vitality for each element of the set worn. Currently, that amount is 4%. What about that mask? Is that over in quest items too? Sure enough is. Okay. Wow. So I get 6% of my maximum vitality back with every kill if I'm wearing this. Alright, well that's pretty interesting. I'm gonna switch back to what I was doing before though. I'd rather not be that significantly weakened. Excuse me. It's pretty cool armor though. I might hang up that armor and sword.
What are all those cages for? Mentioned one
instead of the new moon armor.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished.
It is the only relic armor set I've seen.
Scent of blood he could not taste. Thus they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward.
Time to do work.
I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Do I have to clear this out? Hello. Oh, time for a fun little battle. Maybe I can build up my
3
sword's
down,
power quite a bit.
1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Meat stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Alright, I'm gonna save beforehand. That was because I just saved. I want my own personal save though.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the
Oh man,
cage.
maybe I should have worn the other armor set.
Chain me inside. The bars are made
So I
of
can
alloy
heal
that
while I'm
will
killing
prevent me
stuff.
from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I should be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word.
Alright, here we go. Maybe we... Wow, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna wear this other armor set, see how it holds up. How effective it truly is. Doesn't mean I want to get hit. It's just in preparation for if I do get hit. I was trying to see what those other little doodads were. Alright, I'd say 5% is good enough.
You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what did you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down.
Oh, that's what these
Somehow.
things are.
Please, girl. You won't be able to.
I just smelled the blood.
Whoa!
Hanging in there.
It grows worse and worse. I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming. Hold on, I'll let you out.
So I need some of his blood, right?
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me anymore.
Looks like a rat.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
I actually really don't mind this armor. If it was stronger, it would be great.
You can't finish it in this state.
But getting health
Tell me
back from it is
how.
pretty cool.
I'll help you.
I think maybe I'll go into my second playthrough with a few different armors I like. And not just wear the one Grandmaster one the whole time. This will be one of them.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover.
It'll be the
Yes, a
same
bit
two
better,
swords,
thank you.
and then maybe either 2 or 3 armors. I know at least these two, because these are pretty dope.
expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we
And then
do.
getting 5% of my
As if
max
I'd known you
vitality
were going
back
to
is
subject yourself to
still pretty
torture.
great.
What would you
I'm
have
not
done?
using that sword.
Found Dettlaff some
That's
other way.
pretty
I
crappy.
did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you. The pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff?
These aren't like your typical vampires that can't be out in
And then
broad
Mother
daylight.
insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
Oh, well, he is a higher vampire, so I suppose he would be a lot more durable.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Did he slice off his hand because of anger at what he had done?
Awake at last. You writhed like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him. Chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
Yeah.
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Ooh, what? Oh, what's this? Okay, so I need to get up out of here and then start searching for all of that. I don't even know what I just jumped over. What? Alright, whatever, that was weird. I really don't remember how to get out of here, so I'm just gonna run around and hope for the best. Oh. Let's look at Aaron died right quick. I don't know what happened to my face. Okay, by 8 to a maximum of 20. Okay, so yeah. It looks like every time I level up with this sword, the maximum that it can be increased by goes up. So when you first get it, alright, so that's something I slide down into. When you first get it, it starts off saying a maximum of 10, but eventually it seems as though it grows. I don't know what its max is though. When I was doing research on it the other day, that part was kind of vague. Oh, it is this way, okay. So yeah, I've seen it go so far as 80, but I don't know exactly how far it's gonna go. At least though, I know that it's definitely gonna be the silver sword that I use throughout New Game Plus. If it can continue to get that much stronger, then this is definitely going to be the one that I'm using. And then I just need to see if this steel sword is going to end up being my strongest one. If so, that'll be perfectly fine. I just don't want to put some of my best runes into a sword that I'm going to end up not using anymore. So that's why I'm holding off.
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
It is 7 in the morning. Where do you live that 7 a.m. is frickin'
So how would you
nighttime?
explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
Yours, Nightmare.
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
I'm not gonna deal with this.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
Of course, you take a cheeky little jab.
Teach ye to help scofflaws and
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out, though.
Uh-huh, I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about
no,
it.
Thanks.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they've just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have A proper stand? With a big sign? I want a new box, too. New polishes, new brushes. And, if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
I feel so bad, but like, this is what I do. I just do a little mind thing on people. And he gets an extra XP. I'm sorry, little boy.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know, for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah. Saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Alright, well, let's get started.
Red door. One the boot black mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Okay, that's not creepy.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
Okay. Getting all the repair kits I can.
No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
That way my second playthrough I can save the coin of having to repair stuff, because like I said, I'd like to craft all the Witcher armors. That is if it lets me maintain all of my diagrams and everything. Well, retain, not maintain.
Attic, let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around.
So about the freaking dolls, dude. What? Can you stop? I get so tired of people just barely moving me out of the way of stuff.
You do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Dettlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Any idea what it could be? Dettlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Dettlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Dettlaff yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him the time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Dettlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Dettlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. We'll have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
Alright. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at this, I was laughing at memes.
Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Bro, seriously, how long have you been a vampire? I don't understand this. Balls, I keep picking up the right things.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be
Ink was
laughing
dyed
right
with
now.
cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
I'm gonna say untrue.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. Then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Dettlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaff and I both.
Alright, so that's that quest done. Next up, wine is sacred. Wine is scared. Kidding. That was the wrong thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this armor set. It's really cool though. I'm glad that I have this. I'm definitely going to bring it over to the new game with me. I think it and the Grandmaster Witcher set are pretty much the two most special armor sets I've got. So I'll probably just be wearing those two. Excuse me, I'll put some special enchantments on the Witcher one. On that Grandmaster Woven armor. And I'll see what I can do with this vampire armor. But yeah, getting 5% of my health back per kill is actually really nice. Then I can put some glyph bonuses into it too. But yeah, I'm just like stoked that that's the first set that I found. That's a relic set. Alright, yeah, I was gonna swap it out with new moon armor. I think I'm gonna keep it around. I suppose for the time being I could, just for ease of access. Put that away. We still on the other one. Okay, yeah, sure, let's do that. I don't have any other trophies yet, do I? Nope, still don't. Jesus. Alright, that's a pretty cool set. I'll keep that there. Got the tourney armor. Alright, Ravix the Forehorn. With those weird relic boots. Got Tucson armor. And put the new moon armor back in the stash. Mustache cash stash. And dancer. Tiny dancer! Alright, that's that taken care of. Also, both my swords are relics, so if these do end up being my strongest swords, then instead of using just like a lot of different relics my next playthrough, I might just stick with these two relic swords because they are pretty strong.
Just yesterday, they were fighting like cats.
Pretty dang powerful. I also need to head back here right quick to sell a couple things at the Grand Master Smith, and I think I'm gonna end it kind of early, but I will be back on tonight, so that's the thing. Like, I did want to go for like another hour or two, but I just feel really distracted right now, and I've got quite a few things I want to get done today. So tonight I won't be on as early as I was last night because that was just like a kind of like a makeup thing, making up for lost time. But I will be back on later. I might start with that treasure hunt, just so if people join and want to see, they don't miss anything important, and then I will get back into the main story for a few hours, hopefully. And then Now, I think my last goal with crowns is to save up 15k for that one rune smith dude, or whatever he is, over from the Hearts of Stone DLC back in the main game area in Novigrad and Velen. I swear, this is the only guy that I've seen who... You know what, maybe I have been purchasing stuff from him. I just realized that. He just always seems to have money. And yeah, if you're ever gonna buy armor, you might as just you might as well just freaking wait for a while, dude, because it's just...
Farewell.
I'm pretty sure it's just always gonna stay a level ahead of where you're at. Is that all I wanted to do with him? I think so. It's always just gonna stay a level ahead of where you're at, and so you're really just gonna end up wasting your money over and over again. You might as well just wait to find stronger armor out and about in the world, because that's pretty much as good as it's gonna get. Same for weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and get fast traveled over to where I need to be, though. Actually, where do I need to be for this treasure hunt? I might do the treasure hunt right now. I don't even know. No, it actually doesn't seem like it's gonna be as simple as just go over there and... Oh, it's actually back here. Alright, well, I'm already where I need to be then. So yeah, next time we're just gonna start off with this treasure hunt, and then hopefully get a few more side quests done, maybe find out about this mysterious woman who's been kidnapped, and we'll see where things go from there. So, till then guys, as usual, hope you've all been enjoying the series so far, and if you have, don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. And then comes the awkward moment where I have to end the broadcast.